All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am istherenoonelse, and in today's video I wanted to talk about the Battlegrounds weekend event that happened not this last weekend but the weekend before, as of October 3rd, the recording of this video. I wanted to talk about this because I wanted to use these events as a chance to kind of talk to the community, get feedback from people, and kind of discuss some of the game modes and see their popularity in general. Like, the more events we have, the more we'll see, like, you know, how the community sways to and from each event as it happens. And so this last Battlegrounds event was Capture the Relic, and so I did a poll on my channel. I wrote, hey everyone, I need this poll information for a video I want to do. Last weekend was the first Battleground event for the Elder Scrolls Online. Due to the event, did you play more Battlegrounds, play the same, play less, or did you not know that a Battleground event was going on? And so when you look at this, we had 677 votes, which isn't a ton, obviously. I mean, it's a sample. But 17% said that they played more, which is the lowest percentage. 20% said that they played the same amount. 26% played less. And then almost 40% of the people that polled didn't know that there was a Battlegrounds event even going on. Which, you know, if they didn't see the updates in the... I don't know. I don't know how swayed this is because of, you know, that there was an event notification in the game, so, you know, maybe people didn't sign on for the weekend or they didn't know beforehand, whatever. But I got a lot of responses, and then I started getting a lot of comments, like a lot of comments relative to the amount of likes on the thing, and it made me change the video that I wanted to do. So instead of providing my opinion and providing my thoughts on this, I thought that it would be good to read the community thoughts. And so that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to react to what the community said from the poll that I did. And so yeah, let's see what they said. I played only one single match as an event match. It's the worst game mode ever, and the rewards were crap. After I saw they added the option of regular BGs and not the event, I played a regular amount outside of the event on purpose. I played specifically so that I could show that I was on purpose skipping the event. It pissed me off so much that I was still forced to do Capture the Relic when I specifically opted out of the event. I would have loved to see the numbers if the regular queue was without the event game mode. And so this person didn't like the event, and like they said here, they didn't play during the weekend, and they played more after the weekend to try and, you know, show that the event was unsuccessful. And those were kind of my, I mean... So I wanted to do a video with Battlegrounds and discussing it and discussing Capture the Relic and everything. But I just, even with the incentive of doing content, I couldn't do it. Like, I just didn't want to play that much Capture the Relic. I did a couple BGs and I was like, you know what? I'm just not interested in this. I'd rather make another video. I'd rather make something else. I'd rather eat a hot chip and then do a Battlegrounds and then deal with this. And so that's what I did. But yeah, Ivan here says, I played around 10 games before I stopped for the weekend. The amount of 50k plus HP tanks with 2 heal bots strapped to their cheeks was unbearable. My second to last game, I was literally the only person trying to get kills. All 11 other players were either shield lickers or ball fondlers. Yeah, that's what happens in a lot of these events. A lot of these game modes, when you specify for a specific game mode, it leads to very annoying playstyles that don't really benefit PvP. And so I want to be clear when I talk about this, because I want to get this out of the way before I talk about it in the rest of the video, but I honestly like objective games. I do. When I played Call of Duty in the past, my favorite objective game mode was Search and Destroy. Kill confirmed, capture the flag. Other games have done stuff like this, and the objective game modes have been fantastic. I have no issues with game modes in general. The problem with ESO game modes is a lot of them are not very good, and so Capture the Relic maps are very small, and what it leads to have happen is you set up a tank to guard your relic. And so this is what happens is like there's no flow of PvP. Everything just kind of stagnates and stalemates. And so you just have people not dying, running around trying to pick up relics and run back. The same thing happens with can happen with Chaos Ball. The same thing can happen with King of the Hill, or King of the Hill, Crazy King. Sorry, it's the same thing. Those sorts of things all kind of happen because you're fighting over one area, and people realize that, hey, I don't have to get kills. I don't have to kill other people. I could just build and stack tons of mitigation in this game, and then, queue up with friends and other people that are tanks. And it is and I'm not saying it's not, a viable strategy. It is a viable strategy. Like, if you want to play the objective, I mean, that is a very viable strategy in the current state of the game. The point is that no other PvP style game just allows complete stalemating like that. And that's why it's unenjoyable, because it's more fun with ebb and flow of combat. Like, you're defending a point, you're holding on against two different teams, and then you get wiped, and then you got to come, and then you got to go on the offensive. It's not the same if you're all just stacking heals with crazy amounts of mitigation and proc heal sets and everything, and you're just standing there going, ho hum, okay, I took this. Just the way it is sometimes. Mitigation and survival is just a lot easier to come by than offensive skills. But yeah, I'll get off my tangent there. Let's read more comments. I don't know how to vote. I played 2 matches. I might play a match or 2, but not always. The event did get me to jump into 2 matches, so I guess I played more than usual. But after 2 matches, I realized that the additional AP wasn't worth it. Now, I don't avoid BGs, and they do play a part when I'm leveling a new toon. Same for me. However, after I hit CP, I don't build for that kind of PvP. I'm not at all interested in it, but I am glad they're there for those that enjoy it. The AP boost wasn't enough to make it stick. I don't think double AP would be enough. This person's saying even double AP wouldn't get them to play more BG event game modes. What would be cool would be a 6v6 Fort Siege kind of thing that would incorporate some of the elements of all the BG games in one defense siege match, thus bringing part of the Cyrodiil fun into play. So this person's stating the rewards weren't worth it, the game modes, whatever, but another objective style game mode would be awesome. So not saying go to TDM like a lot of people are going to complain about when I post this video. They're saying another good objective game mode would be fun for Battlegrounds. Played more because the casual crowd had a slight interest boost, and I like farming for potatoes. Hey, I appreciate the honesty. Appreciate the honesty. Definitely played 1 match that was outie. Would have been better if they had at least set up flag game or deathmatch or land grab, so you weren't stuck with the absolute worst type game in BGs, and could have gotten a bit of variety. Now, I asked this on my Twitch stream. Do people believe that Capture the Relic is the worst objective or is the worst game? I've always thought it was Domination personally, and people were like, yeah, it's either Capture the Relic or Domination. I've never personally, I wouldn't put Capture the Relic for myself as the lowest ranked game, because sometimes you get decent PvP in it. Sometimes you still do. Domination, I feel like you'd never get PvP, at all. But yeah, I mean, we're arguing not very fun game mode. So, but I was just kind of surprised when I saw this, because a few other people commented and said the same thing. First of all, who knew a weekend for Zoss is 5 days? Fair enough. I mean, that's just, yeah. Second, I'll live a happy man if I never see another Relic game again. Third, to answer, I played the same amount, just frustrated by the amount of tanks and heal bots this mode allows. So once again, a complaint about, not about the objective game, but about how the objective game is played. I had fun, didn't get as many healers and tanks sitting on Relic. There were 1 or 2, but for the most part, I was able to sneak around and grab them. Fun mode until you get tanks sitting on the Relic, then it just becomes deathmatch. Capture the Relic, every match was a dumb idea, and having that be literally the only game mode you can queue for. Lots of likes here from I'd Be the Ninja. As long as, which, yeah, I mean, there's no choice for people to opt out of the event. It was almost a week of the same game mode, and the game mode was one that's vastly unpopular. As long as the event ain't Crazy King, only I honestly don't mind. I mean, they're annoying, but my luck when it comes to game modes is worse. So another person just not liking another game mode. Bro, the moment I saw it was Capture the Relic, I said, hell no. I'm hoping Zoss saw a significant decrease in participation so they can delete the mode, because it is by far the worst game mode. I have a love-hate relationship with Chaos Ball. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about before when I was reading the comments. I'm curious what or if ZeniMax will do anything about this. And this is why I wanted to do a video, is I wanted to highlight some of these game modes, because it would be nice to see an improvement to them. Like, Battlegrounds is a fantastic idea. It is. It needs to be tweaked. It needs to be improved. It needs to be worked on. Game modes can be better and make things more enjoyable. I get really personally annoyed with the entire belief that MMO PvP doesn't exist. Like, you can't have PvP in MMOs. Well, yeah, if you half-ass it, yeah, it doesn't. And I'm not saying that Battlegrounds is half-assed or anything like that. What I'm trying to say is, you can't just introduce something and then ignore it for 4 years and then expect it to just get magically better by itself and then increase AP rewards by 25%. Like, that's not enough. Like, you need to improve Battlegrounds. You need to improve Cyrodiil. You should be refining and making the game modes better, like other good PvP games do, like other games do. And so Battlegrounds is a great idea. A lot of people love Battlegrounds, and they deal with these, you know, not so fun game modes because they like the PvP combat aspect of it. But a lot of improvements can still be made. I didn't even attempt, because I felt like with everyone knowing the mode, it would just be a bunch of werewolves running around. Okay. I didn't experience this, actually. I didn't see a bunch of tanks when I played, but I only played like 6-8 Battlegrounds matches. For me, the matches were pretty good, but I'm still on, since my switch to PC and AM, I'm on pretty low MMR still, because I don't do enough BGs to get to high MMR. So I didn't experience this myself. Game mode doesn't matter. Every match is deathmatch, to be honest. At least we're being honest. But everyone knowing just brings a tank, it's relic hunter, whatever, kind of kills the fun for a lot of games. Yep, yeah, and that's what we'll see with a lot of these objective game modes, is if people really wanted to do the objectives, if the rewards were good, hypothetically, you'd see a lot more people building into these tanky type of players to get the rewards, and it would make these games even more unfun. Does that make sense? So it's kind of weird. Like, if you improve the rewards, which you should, and you leave the game modes the same, people will play the objectives harder, which will lead to more and more unkillable tanks, which will make the games even less fun. And then, but at least it would be highlighting the problem and hopefully getting adjustments. I think the lobbies showed why Relic is so bad. I would love to see some numbers. I really would, from the event, maybe from ZeniMax. I doubt they would ever post anything if it was bad. And the thing is like, they do so many awesome things for events, like Witches Festival's coming up in a couple weeks. I think Witches Festival is great. You know, I love the Cyrodiil PvP event. I love the Telvar event. It'd be cool if Battlegrounds weekends like actually had the same type of hype and frenzy around it as these other events. Hate Capture the Relic. Didn't want to play Battlegrounds because of it. I'll play more when Crazy King, Domination, or Deathmatch are the focus for the BG weekend. A lot of likes for this. Yeah, Crazy King seems like a lot of fun when the flags start to branch out a little bit. Well, even when it starts off with one flag. I think Crazy King personally branches out to too many flags. Like, if it branched out to a few less and you had a few more fighting, like, conflicting points here are cool. Domination I hate. I can't stand Domination. I think it's the worst game mode. But because if you want to win in Domination, you don't fight. Like literally, if you want to win most Domination modes outside of high MMR coordinated BG stuff, you don't fight. And even then, like, you're better off not fighting a team because the other team will run around. Like, if your goal is to win Domination, you let the other two teams fight each other, and then your group splits off and you take all the flags behind their back. So while they're like stalemating, having a hard time killing each other, you're reaping like 3 flag rewards. Like, that's how you win Domination. And so the team that fights the least wins. And so it's just counterintuitive to Battlegrounds PvP. It's an objective, but I don't think it's a very good objective. I didn't play Battlegrounds at all, partially because of lack of interest and partially because I knew that there would be a ton of troll types, making it less enjoyable. That's fair. I mean, that's kind of what we're expecting, and that's why we should highlight these things and we should talk about them. People who didn't know, that's on them for ignoring the login pop-ups and not checking the event website. This is true. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame people for not checking the event website, especially if you're on console and everything. But yeah, there's pop-ups in game that talked about it. It just wasn't super. It didn't have the same event hype as other things, which they're going to make it more regular, so it makes sense that they're not going to talk about it and hype it up as much. I like Relic, but only because I'm a spicy nightblade that likes to sneak in and grab the ball, run home, roll dotting to the moon and back. Fair enough. I actually completely dropped bags for... This probably is BGs. I actually completely dropped BGs for the past weekend because Capture the Relic is such a terrible game mode. Been taking a break from ESO as of late. Okay. Not a bad idea if it was not that easy to build for it, and too many did. 2 healers tank per team, and nobody can take the Relic. The game takes forever, and no good fights. I'm not looking for domination either. It was 5 days ago. It was 5 days long, sorry. Would maybe be alright if it was only a day or two. So people were annoyed that, you know, it was the same game mode for almost a week instead of like a weekend event. It was Capture the Relic. 80% were on tank healers marching around. No one was dying. Awful. It should be deathmatch all weekend. All weekends with kill streak and kill total objective for prizes at the end of the week, or some Ouroboros crates. This is something I want to talk about. This is I thought that this was a good point, is the prize rewards. We'll read a few more comments and we'll kind of talk about, you know, what I think should be done, and you guys hopefully will comment in the comment section on what you think should be done. I played less than normal because no one plays the objective in games other than deathmatch. I literally had to capture every relic just to have a chance at winning. It became exhausting. I don't even want to log in the game anymore. Definitely played less. Tanks ruined this mode for me. People are way too tanky for me to play PvP over level 50. It was a horrible idea. Just stick with the random. Can't play any one game all weekend long, and I mostly only do BGs. All it does is allow for pure stack builds, either speed, health, or trash can. I went over to New World for the weekend. Fair enough. Played maybe 3 Battlegrounds. Played less, too many max speed builds, healers, and tanks. Can't have fun and Capture the Relic weekend because they want to end the game mode in 2 minutes, and it's just trash gameplay as a result against those people. We're seeing a theme here. I played more, and I can honestly say overall I didn't enjoy the event. There was a lot of people playing the objective exclusively and not PvPing at all. The same assholes would actually complain in group if you did not play the objective. Capture the Relic is insufferable. I played more if it wasn't Relic. We got a theme. No relics, thanks. Update 35 is already unbearably tanky. People still play this game, fair enough. I hate Capture the Relic and definitely played less. Tanks ruined this mode for me. Lots and lots of comments regarding the game mode. And so with that being said, wanted to talk to you guys about not just complaints and issues with the game mode, as is always the case of this channel. We try to also be constructive on what could be different. First of all, the rewards could use an overhaul. I think we all can agree that the overhaul's 25% more AP is not very good for this game mode at all, or for a BG rewards at all. You see all the like a lot of the issues with Battlegrounds rewards in general is like the sets are garbage. The rewards are not very good. You get gold items for bad sets. It'd be cool for the Battleground weekend if you had more always valuable items. I don't know, I'm not sure the right word to say this, but it'd be better for the game if the rewards for Battlegrounds weekend wasn't the same types of rewards you get in other prizes. So other prizes, like you'll get, you know, Siege, or you'll get Telvar, or you'll get alchemy ingredients, or whatever. It would be cool if Battlegrounds rewards was different, where it was like you got Drew Wax, you got gold platings, you got purple platings, you got tempering alloys, because especially on PCNA, gold prices are like through the roof right now because a lot of these mats are, you know, pretty rare. And so if all of a sudden you rewarded, you know, top 100 gets a half a stack, 100 tempering alloys or 100 gold platings, and you rotate, like you have an RNG wish list, or 50, whatever, however you want to do it, people would play Battlegrounds for those rewards. And those items would be used. They would be valuable. People would go, oh wow, I actually want to play this because I'm getting something of value. And it will always be valuable. Those types of things will always be valuable because you're constantly upgrading gear. You're trying new gear. We're getting new gear every 3 months. You know, our builds are getting outdated every 3 months. So getting an updated materials would be great. Ouroboros crown crates, also a good idea. A very, very good idea. Basically, long story short, upping the reward system, providing more valuable rewards, more than 25% more AP would be good. Also, looking at game modes like this, and I really do hope this. I hope ZeniMax really, when they come out with these events, they use it as a test situation, as a test environment to see how often people are playing these games. Because I don't want to be one of those guys that says deathmatch only, because I do like objectives if they're fun. I really do. But a lot of the objectives in Battlegrounds are not fun. And so for me, I'd rather just not play. Sorry. And so that's my choice, but I know a lot of people make the exact same choice. And so a lot of people here said, yeah, the game modes are not very good. And yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here. You guys can comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of rewards you want to see. Let me know what you think about the Battlegrounds weekend. Obviously, this isn't everybody. You know, it's 677 votes, 64 comments. The ESO community is much larger than this. So let me know what you guys think. Obviously, if this is a valuable conversation to you, this type of conversation should go to the forums as well. And so you should bring it to the PTS forums and talk about these different game modes and what you like and what you don't like, and you know, why these things are not fun in a PvP environment. Long story short, tanks have a role, but when things become predominantly tanky or too much damage or too much healing, when you have too much of a shift in the force, as it were, the games become unenjoyable. And that's where we're at right now, in my opinion. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you liked this video, leave a like, maybe leave a subscribe, possibly for the next one. And yeah, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care, guys. Have a good one.